Hey, what's up, y'all? Tommy B here from This Is the G Podcast. Castropolis.net needs your help to reach 2025. Donate $25. That's $25 for 2025. Get it? Every penny counts. Head over to castropolis.net to donate. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your support.
This is the G Podcast with your host, Tommy B.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 247 of This Is the G Podcast. What's up? It's the Martini taping. We're taping Friday night, man. So trying to get, really, man, we're right before the Thanksgiving holiday, getting it in before the holiday. A lot of y'all are going to be traveling, and of course next week as we tape is Thanksgiving week. And we just wanted to go ahead and do it, get it out of the way so the fellas can chill and come back in December. So got to say what's up first and foremost to Talib Shabazz. Man, thank you, Talib, for coming on, man. No. If you see the video, no.
Live it,
He's
brother.
doing the Trump dance on y'all.
Oh, no, don't do the Trump dance. Don't do the Trump
Not
dance.
the two hands. Here we go. Hey, what's up? And of course, he is back after a long, what we call it, the slingshot?
Hiatus, sabbatical.
Riding on the slingshot
Was
for
that
12 hours.
Different. Was that right?
12 hours.
Hey,
It's the three-wheeler, right?
Yeah, it's a three-wheeler.
It's
You
a
got a
tour,
slingshot? For real?
Yeah, that's what I did. Three-shot.
but it was
fun.
like a tour.
It was so much fun.
Like a
It was
tour
so
for 12 hours.
It was so much
This is
fun.
what happens when brothers turn 60. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You
I'm
gonna be out there bumping that old school, loud as hell on the cam. Yeah?
You got that right. I sure was playing that loud music.
Yes, he was. It's on his bucket list. He's going down there. Y'all give it up to the country commentator, man. Vi's in the building. Yes.
I'm just enjoying life. Just enjoying life.
Mr. Bucket List. He like Morgan Freeman.
You know what, Vi? I'm gonna get you a wallet with a chain so that you can put that when you're going out. You know what I mean? That completes it.
I meant to give him this.
Y'all crazy. Hey,
I'm pushing all the buttons,
if,
man.
If you
laughing
haven't
at
done
you,
it,
bro.
you need to try it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they are dope, though. They are dope.
They are.
Who was the movie, The Bucket List, with Morgan Freeman?
Who was that guy? That was
I forgot the white guy who was in it with him, but The Bucket List.
I ain't got a bucket list though.
Well, it seems like you are. But anyway.
Hey, I'm just doing
He's
things.
living his bucket list.
Yes, he is. I got to give it to him.
All I got is the young lady I'm dating. She say, "Let's do it." I said, "Okay."
I'm just going to live vicariously through you. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Just when you thought there was peace on the internet, well, not peace, but, we're getting beyond politics. Kendrick Lamar drops a new album, and it is very good, y'all. No diss. No diss cuts. Not into that with, the whole Drake thing. Just great music, man. But you still got, of course, you go online, it's the Drake camp and the Kendrick camp, but this is really a good album. Even There's a cut on there called Luther, where he samples Luther Vandross, Cheryl Lynn, If This World Were Mine. And I gotta say this, man, and somebody else said it on the internet, and I tend to agree. Kendrick is making everybody else rap again. You know what I'm saying? No auto-tune, no trying to sing through the auto-tune. No, he's really forcing these cats to step up their game. That's just me and my opinion. What do you think, Talib? That's your wheelhouse. I mean, I think he is.
I would like to agree with that. I mean, there have been, it even seems like Sexy Red is, grabbed a pen and starting to put words together a little bit better. So, really, but I'll tell you, man, honestly, Kendrick Lamar just makes really, really good music.
Agreed.
On that last album, the song Die Hard that he had, I mean, that was I play that song to death, and it's a club song, you know what I mean? It's a banger. So, yeah, man, much respect, for Kendrick.
Yeah, I agree. And Vi, I know I'm telling you, Vi, check it out.
Oh, I am.
Just throw it on the stream.
Because
and when you're on the slingshot for 12 hours again,
that would not happen. If I ever do slingshot again, it would not be 12.
But I will say this though. If I put the Bluetooth on, because when you can't pull up to the gas station with put your Bluetooth on.
You know, because we try to play Snoop with her, cut that off. Especially when we was going through hell, and then Snoop was just saying some stuff. We said, "Oh no, we got to change this."
You can't. No. There you go.
He was letting it flip. He was letting it fly.
But y'all check out that Kendrick Lamar for real, man. It is.
That's right. Kendrick
GMZ,
Lamar made people like me.
The name of it, but
he made people like me
definitely
appreciate music again.
Yeah, but we were just talking about making the rappers rap again. I agree. This is our final taping, y'all. Again, pre-Thanksgiving travel episode. Each week, of course, we do news, politics, pop culture. That Piping Out Tea, Tanya B is out until post-Thanksgiving. But again, Talib and Vi, I appreciate you guys for showing up, especially, during the martini taping. Not the let me put my
You know what? Bro. I should have had my bottle of wine sitting over here with me.
I'm Tommy B, your host.
I didn't see the pinky. I didn't see the pinky, Thomas.
Not the pinky.
Man, that boy ain't no pinky. He don't change those.
No, not the. What was it called? I had in the can.
The white what?
The White Claw? No.
Yeah, the White Claw.
Not the White Claw.
He the White Claw, man.
Yeah. But you know what, y'all? I'm thankful that we're here, man, and we get to appreciate, having the fellowship once a week with the podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man. I'm glad you're back by, and thanks to all those, man, who check us out. Definitely listen, watch, and also view our clips on social. We appreciate you. Okay. Hey, let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into it, man. And I want your comments on this. First, let's go ahead and do the News with Syracuse, Mike. Here we go.
News team, assemble!
It's time for the Week in News with Syracuse Mike.
And I've got to ask the question, did the dogs and cats do this?
Leaders of Springfield, Ohio's Haitian community are acknowledging reports of Haitians fleeing the city in recent days for fear of being rounded up and deported after Donald Trump's victory earlier this month. Mr. Trump has repeatedly said he would end the temporary protected status that has allowed many Haitians to legally live and work in the U.S. Springfield's Haitian community has been in the spotlight and has received threats since Trump falsely accused immigrants of eating pets during a presidential debate in September.
So do you think the dogs and cats had anything to do with this, man? I know you look disgusted. It is disgusting.
I mean, come on, man. Fuck Donald Trump, yo. I'm so sick of this dude, man. I mean, look, folks are here fleeing the unsafe and terrible conditions in Haiti.
Yep.
They have protected status, which means that they can be here legally. And for whatever reason, now you feel like you need to just usurp that?
Yeah. Completely
completely
unjustified that these folks have to run based on all the hype.
Right. You really think you're going to catch them now?
Yeah. No. I know. Hey, y'all, let's go ahead one more. Fulton County. Let me play this and I'll come back.
The Georgia Court of Appeals has canceled a hearing that was set to look at the appeal by President-elect Donald Trump and his co-defendants seeking to disqualify Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis from the Georgia election interference case. Oral arguments were scheduled to take place on December 5th, but now that won't happen, and there was no reason given for the decision.
I think this is done. I think this case is done.
It is done.
And it was blown when that situation occurred without going too deeply into it. Of course, I don't want to blame Fonnie for all of it, but part of it.
Oh, yeah. Majority of it.
Okay. Any thoughts? You had any thoughts to leave? None.
Well,
I got you.
He's president.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, I've already said everything I need to say on that one.
Yeah. I'm with you. Go ahead, Brian.
Every case against him will be dropped.
Yeah. So true. And, of course, we had the verdict and the sentencing in the Athens case with Lake and Riley.
Jose Ibarra, an undocumented immigrant from Venezuela charged for the murder of Lake and Riley on UGA's campus, was found guilty. Clark County Superior Court Judge H. Patrick Haggard decided the case since there was no jury. He also issued the sentence, life in prison without parole. There were actually 10 counts for which Ibarra was convicted. Riley's family and friends packed the courtroom.
No one who can take away such a light and sweet soul deserves to walk free ever again. The death of my best friend has changed my life forever.
Lake and Riley's murder became a key issue for Donald Trump's campaign.
They would have gone for the death sentence, the death penalty, but they felt the burden of proof would have been much more difficult. So the prosecutor felt it was not say easier, but it was swifter, and they would have gotten the case without any reasonable doubt if they just went after life without parole. So, at least they can put it behind it. The family and so on and so forth can put it behind them. So, Southern District of New York, here we go again.
Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan DA, has asked a judge to pause further proceedings in the criminal trial against President-elect Donald Trump to give both sides time to weigh the unusual situation. A jury in May found Trump guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. In all likelihood, if he is ever sentenced, it won't happen until after his second term in office.
What was that song by Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds? Dominoes? Just falling like it's just one after another. I mean,
his plan worked. Stall, so he can win president.
Absolutely. I agree.
It worked.
It did work. It did. And it looks like it's over for the Pied Piper of politics. Look like it's over.
Matt Gaetz is out and Pam Bondi is in after Matt Gaetz decided to remove himself as the pick for U.S. Attorney General. Thursday night, just hours later, President-elect Donald Trump announced Gaetz would be replaced by former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. Bondi served as one of Mr. Trump's defense attorneys during his first impeachment trial. She's remained loyal to him. And about the decision by Gaetz to step aside, Democratic Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman summed it up this way.
Holy I didn't see that coming.
But many Republicans were relieved.
The president nominated somebody. They chose to not go forward. Now he'll nominate somebody else.
That's South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, and unlike Fetterman, I saw it coming. I mean, it was like a train. I don't think he had a choice.
I
don't think he had
a choice. He never chose.
I agree. Hey, man, on the lighter side, I want to, again, thank you, Syracuse Mike, for the headlines. On the lighter side, Vi, we don't get your presence that often, man. And, I'm messing with you, bro. But when we do, man, we're in that season. Thanksgiving is ahead of us. Football season, of course. We got pros coming up, NFL, NCAA football. I got to ask you, man, the season's wrapping up. Everybody's talking about the college football playoffs. Georgia Bulldogs are what right now ranked? Top 5 or?
Yeah. I think
they're choked up.
They're in the top 5. It's the rating for the playoff was everybody mad about.
Okay. So that's what we're looking at. Do you think the college football panel is just trying to diminish the dogs and diminish the SEC, man?
I don't think they do what they're trying to do. I just think they don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm like Herbert and the rest of them said they're not looking at the team, they're looking at the record.
Okay.
That was you 10-1, okay, they 10-1. But like I said, Indiana, it's clear that the SEC is better because while the XCC got 5 teams ranked in the top 15, and y'all in the Big Ten don't. They just they're winning. Like they said, Indiana hasn't played a ranked team yet.
Mm-hmm. Penn
State only played 1 ranked team. They lost 2.
Right.
Notre Dame ain't played no ranked team, and then they lost. So and if Indiana lose tomorrow against Ohio State, they probably out the playoff because they ain't played nobody.
I agree. And it does come down to strength of schedule when you look at Indiana. But you look at some of these other teams that are ranked.
But they're not doing that, though. They're not looking at strength of schedule. They're just looking at wins and losses.
But see, that, in my opinion, Vi, and I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you, but I have to throw this in. I think, and Talib, I'd like your opinion on this, too. I think they're trying to, for the sake of the country, the whole country, they're trying to move away from the dominance that the SEC has to try to pull more people from I think people get sick of watching Georgia win all the time, watching a lot of the SEC teams dominate, and they're trying to open it up. I mean, really, I agree with I agree with you.
But you know what I really want to see? I want to see Indiana play Georgia in the playoff.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we do that.
We see that massacre then.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you remember TCU.
Yeah. That's what I want to see. Then it goes
a couple of years ago, yeah.
Y'all see the difference? Do y'all really see the difference now?
Yeah. Well, you know, it'll be interesting to see how they put this whole thing together. It's the first year they're doing the college football playoffs. I don't think personally, I think personally that they're trying to open it up so that they can get more teams in, give more parity to the country versus just the SEC. Because, hey, it could potentially be dominated by the SEC.
Yeah, I see what they do. They don't want 5 SEC teams in the playoff.
Right.
And I don't blame for that. They don't want 5. They can't help but to put at least 4 in there, but they said 5. That's a lot. 5.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, one more thing. Moving on. Let's go to the pros, man. The defense looks bad. The offense looks bad. Atlanta Falcons, because we are in Atlanta. I just have to mention that. It's a bye week for them this week, but that was an embarrassing loss, man, to the Broncos. How loyal do you think Raheem Morris should stay to these defensive coordinators, or to the defensive coordinator and to the offensive coordinator, just the coordinators in general? Because, you know, it just doesn't look good. And even, you know, when it comes, a lot of folks, and I don't see this happening, Penix was put in at the end of the Broncos game. And some people feel like if Kirk has another bad game, we should consider Penix. What do you think?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Why?
Okay.
If Kirk having a bad game, it ain't cause he ain't good quarterback. It cause either his line ain't blocking or his receivers that get open.
Okay.
So let that man sit for the year. I mean, come on, let him sit. And if he's better than Kirk, then let him take over next year. But let him in it. It does not hurt, like the guy said. If he gonna get a 2 Super Bowl, he is not. He might win a couple more games, but we still ain't going to the Super Bowl, so I put him out there.
Yeah, so true. All right, one more thing, man, about the Falcons. I'm going to get your take on, and Talib, feel free to jump in. Yeah. Do you think they're going to win 4 more games? Vi, you want to go for? Oh, Vi's coughing, so
yeah,
Vi's choking up. Go ahead, Talib.
I would like to. I would love to see that. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I am hopeful. I'm always going to be hopeful when it comes to the Falcons and the Jets, you know. But, you know, my losers, you know.
Well, you got 6 more games. You got 6 more games.
Indeed.
You got, you know, I don't see the Chargers are coming at the Benz after this. You know, this is the bye week. They're off. Week after, the Chargers are coming. Then you've got Minnesota. We got to play the Vikings in Minnesota,
which should be an easy victory for us.
Oh no,
this year.
Not the Vikings. Not the
Vikings this year.
No, not the Vikings.
Darnold, is it Darnold? Am I
and
right?
They have a real good defense too.
Yeah, they got a strong defense. Oh, I mean, look it up, Vi. But
they're better than the Falcons.
Yeah, they are. Their record.
That's not that difficult, Vi.
But they're in the top 3.
They're in the top 3. The Falcons got a decent record this year, but I mean, Minnesota like in the top 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in the AFC, AFC, they definitely.
They're in the
top
NFC.
5.
They're in the NFC.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're
then
NFC,
you got.
But I don't really follow the Vikings, so
NFC North. NFC North.
At one time, they won one of the undefeated teams in the league.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you've got the Raiders in Vegas. They should win that.
They should beat the Raiders, and they should beat Carolina. That's 2.
Oh, and they've got the Giants at home. They should win the Giants.
They should win that. They should win 4.
The toss-up is going to be the Commanders in Washington.
That's going to be a tough one.
So you got now. Let me line it up for you. You got Chargers, Vikings, Raiders, Giants, Commanders, and Panthers. So you say they're going to win they're going to beat the Panthers.
They should.
They should beat the Giants.
They should.
And they should beat the Raiders.
They should.
So they've got to beat, which I think would be an upset, the Chargers. I think the Chargers is a much better team with Harbaugh. The Vikings are a strong team, and the Commanders are a strong team. They got to beat one of those 3 teams to round off to get to a 10-win season. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm thinking they got a good chance of winning 4, definitely 3. But if they win 2 or 3 games, they in the playoff. That Because I think 2 or 3 games will win our division.
I think to prove that everything was worth it in the offseason, they need a 10-win season.
No, they don't.
I believe they do.
If they win the division, get in the playoff, then they done all they need to do. They just need to win it.
I want to see a 10-win season, but you're saying a 9-win season would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, because what were they last year? A 9-win season would get them.
Oh,
in the playoff.
they've been 7-10 for the last.
That's what I'm saying. A 9-win season will win the division and get them in the playoff. Mission accomplished.
Okay.
10 will be better, but
I would like to see 10. But you say so they gotta definitely beat the teams that they're supposed to beat.
Correct.
The teams that they're supposed to beat.
They're
Raiders,
supposed to beat.
Giants. Danny DeVito starting at quarterback because Daniel Jones is gone. And Bryce Young is back with the Panthers. We should beat them. Those 3.
Oh yeah, they should those 3, and they should hope they can split one between the Redskins and the Chargers.
All right, well, let me save this clip.
But the Chargers don't got good now. They're playing good ball now.
Oh, the Chargers are hellacious. Plus, you got Herbert. Herbert is healthy too,
and they got a good defense. They play good ball,
and they got a great coach. They got Harbaugh. So Harbaugh's a good coach.
If they win 3, Baker, they're in the playoff, and they're gonna win the division.
Oh well, we know that the NFC South sucks.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a good division, but
I never thought
conference.
I never thought Kirk would get to the Super Bowl. I thought we just got Kirk before we just get back on the winning track again. We just want to win again.
Okay, so basically, you are lowering the bar. You are.
I'm not lowering the bar.
Basically, you are lowering expectations.
No, my expectation has always been if they can win the division, they should win the division, get a playoff. That's all I've ever said.
Okay.
But
I got 10 kids.
But I did think they could win.
Nice.
In the beginning of the year, I said the Falcons should at least win 10 games.
Oh, okay. I got
because they should have lost to them.
Yeah. Well, what? Wait a minute. Wait. You mean this last one? Last week?
They played, but I'm saying Falcons should have beat that. The Falcons should have beat them. Denver's not a good team.
What? Wait a minute, Vi. Okay. We got to go to T, but I got to say this.
Now, we look horrible. The way that game played, we had no chance. We had no chance of winning that game.
Bo Nix looked like Tom Brady.
That's my point. We let a rookie quarterback look like Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying.
So we suck.
He could have. I mean, he had so much time. He could sit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying once the game started, there was no way we were going to win, but there is no way Bo Nix. We had Bo Nix looking like he was the number 1 pick. Like he the best.
But I have to say this, Vine. We got to move to the T. I did not expect the game. I did not expect the Falcons to win that game. It didn't feel like, especially how they played against New Orleans. I did not expect them to win because one is Sean Payton's team, and 2, Bo Nix has been playing good these last 3 to 4 games. At least the last 3 games. Well, but again, look at the New Orleans game. Look at the New Orleans game. Yeah,
hey, we're looking bad right now. We'd be lucky to win 3 more games, Baker. The way we're looking right now, we'd be lucky to win 3 more games.
Yeah. See? Okay. But I just say this. I don't know how you can say we should have beat the Broncos, but I'm going to leave it at that. Let's go to the T, man. Let's go to the T. Let's go to the T. All right, y'all ready, man? Let's do some T because Vi is incriminating himself. Here we go.
It's time for T with Tommy B.
All right, Tanya B is out this week, man. Vi, I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. I just do not know. But you good. We good, right? Vi?
Look, I don't think you understand my pain right now. Crazy.
Hey, look, dude, we all in pain. But you know what? The difference in your pain and my pain.
What?
I'm not delusional.
See, I'm thinking right now, since the New Orleans game and the Denver game, they'd be lucky to win 3 more games.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it, man. The hits keep coming for Diddy. Let's go to Syracuse, Mike. Here we go.
Prosecutors are accusing Sean Diddy Combs of attempting to corruptly influence his sex trafficking trial. He has allegedly used the telephone accounts of at least 8 other inmates in an effort to avoid prosecutors hearing his calls with people who are not on his approved contact list. He is accused of trying to blackmail victims. Plus, prosecutors say Combs began breaking rules almost as soon as he was detained. His lawyers are also trying to get Combs released on bail.
He's got a 39-year-old male who said he was, roofied. Something was put in his drink, and he woke up, and Diddy was sodomizing him, allegedly. And then there was another teen girl. So it's just the hits just keep on coming for Diddy. And, you got one black man going down, another one seems to be off the hook, at least from a reputation standpoint. Jussie Smollett.
The Illinois Supreme Court has overturned the conviction of actor, director, and singer Jussie Smollett. It's really not about the allegations against him, but about a deal. The court said prosecutors unlawfully refiled charges against him after entering into an agreement to drop them. Smollett was convicted of 5 counts of disorderly conduct in 2021 after he was charged for lying about an attack 2 years earlier in Chicago. He said 2 men yelled homophobic slurs and put a noose around his neck. 2 men later testified that Smollett hired them to stage the attack, which he has maintained was not a hoax.
Whether you believe Jussie or not, basically, this is, I think this is more of a reputation thing. And again, it was the local DA basically had dropped the charges, and then you had the state Supreme Court that, that basically brought the charges back. The state that brought the charges back, and then the Supreme Court of the state jumped in and said, "Hey, no, we can't do this," and dropped all charges. So moving on, I think his career is over. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'd like to see. I hope he comes back.
Unrepairable damage.
Yeah, I agree. Any thoughts on that, Talib, before we move?
No.
Hey, that's the right answer. That's the right answer.
That's the right answer. Lots of changes happening with Comcast. I don't know if you guys have been hearing it, but they're planning on dropping, of course they have, I could just go down the list, but the only thing that it looks like they're keeping will be Bravo, but MSNBC has to be spun off. All the things that fall under Comcast, the cable networks have to be spun off. And it's interesting because they're going through the ratings woes after, basically the election. Morning Joe is tanking, their anchor show because, basically Joe and Mika went to kiss the ring of Donald Trump and told everybody, and now the ratings looks like it's dropping about day after 54%, now overall down 14%. Day after the election, MSNBC looks like it's dropping about 38%. CNN is down, which is nothing to do with it, but just kind of give you an idea what the other news networks are doing. CNN has dropped 27%, and Fox is up 41%. So, that to me, it's more like the victors, the spoils in this situation. Yeah, and Fox is seeing it. I think the conservative networks are going to see that bump for a while. They just have to figure out how they're going to report news going forward, during the Trump era to keep an audience. You got any thoughts, Talib?
Well, what I will say is that it's understandable why CNN and MSNBC have started slipping off. The hosts over there just don't really seem to be grounded in reality. Joy Reid making a big deal about Kamala Harris getting the endorsement from Queen Latifah, like that's like something, you know what I mean? Then you got, these folks, the news people really need to get their shit together.
Okay.
Because they are not giving they're not doing their number one job, which is to really report on what's going on. Maybe it's the fact that, a lot of these shows are personality-based shows.
They are.
So, they give a little bit of news, but of course it's their spin as well.
Yeah.
But, I really, really want to see news stations going back to news as opposed to giving us fluff.
Okay. So, any last thing on that, country commentator? What you got, Von?
I agree with him. They mean that all this celebrity endorsement, we don't care. Just call Queen Latifah lover. Don't care. Bitch, we don't care. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they lost.
Right. Yeah.
All these celebrities endorsed to come, but you didn't talk to the real. You didn't listen to the real people.
Got you. I got you. All right, y'all. We'll talk a little bit more about politics when we get to the roundtable. But just to let you know, I mean, it's a big movie weekend. At the movies, you've got and also streaming this week. Wicked is out. It's probably going to do about 100+ million this weekend. Then you've got Denzel in Gladiator 2. Streaming on Netflix, The Washington Family is involved in this, man. Playwright August Wilson's masterpiece, The Piano Lesson, and the Shine documentary. And by the way, Vi, you saw it, right? The Shine doc?
Yeah, I did.
What were your thoughts when you saw
it? Taught me things I didn't know. But taught me things that I didn't know about Shine, and I would say, but listening to it, did it? If I had any love for you, listening to Shine, I just lost all of it. I said, no, you just threw this kid under the bus for 8 years. And I don't even think he reached out to the kid when he was in jail.
Wow.
For 8 years. I mean, and for Shine to become the man he is, that says really how strong he is. I mean, because most folk would not have done that. This man did it. He went from a very successful, soon-to-be successful rapper to 8 years in prison to a high power politician in his own country. No. I mean, he did not let the world beat him down. No. He took it and said, "Okay, y'all not gonna stop me."
And I got to give kudos to his biological father and his uncle. Had a lot to do.
They had a lot to do with it
in Belize. Mm-hmm. But I will say, man, it's a good story of redemption. If you want to, really, if you want to, I hate to say feel good because a lot of it doesn't. But the ending, it's a good, redemption story. You got something, Talib? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just, nah, I'm good.
That's your wheelhouse, man.
Because the thing is I like Shine. I always like Shine. And to me, I thought that, that was him rapping the way that he did, sounding like Biggie, was, a gimmicky kind of thing. It's refreshing to hear that that's his natural voice. But again, man, you mess around with the diddler and you're going to get done. You know what I mean? And it's, man, that's just messed up, yo. Yeah.
But he's really done a lot for his people in Belize. And it's good to see that he's found his calling in life. And I mean, it's not over. He's still working, and he's, I guess I would say he's on a path to become a prime minister eventually. But
that would be dope.
Yeah, he's making impact. I think he's part of the opposition party.
He even like a politician right now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he definitely does. Yeah. Also on streaming, y'all, check out, which I loved it, man, and I didn't see it in the theater, Alien Romulus. I'm a big fan of the Alien collection, and this is one of the best ones. You see the prequels and of course the original 4, and I've got to say, definitely they did a great job with this one. For the kids, y'all, you got grandkids. Moana 2 comes out next week, of course, November 27th. So a lot of good stuff. Anything I missed? Are y'all Wicked or Gladiator 2?
Gladiator 2.
Neither. I'll wait for the Netflix.
Me too. I'm waiting. I'll wait.
No, I'm going to see Gladiator 2
Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And I gotta say,
about the Rock movie.
That's already been out. Red 1. Yeah, I mean, I think Red 1 definitely Red 1 came out as we taped last weekend.
Last week, okay.
And they're hoping because it's a holiday movie, they're thinking, because it didn't do well at all.
That's what I thought. I heard it didn't do well.
$200 million movie, and it made $30 million. You know, so it didn't like 35. It made under 40 million. Yeah, it didn't do well.
His stock is dropping.
But the expectation, because it's an Amazon movie, the expectation is, you know, Apple did the same thing. They put all this big budget into a movie, put it into the theaters. They don't do well. Then they pull them back and they get the residuals going forward. So they're hoping that because it is a holiday movie, the residuals going forward, you know, it's going to be year after year, kind of a holiday classic. But
he put it on Netflix, it'll blow up.
What's that?
He put it on Netflix, it'll blow up.
Well, it's going to go on Amazon, you know, Prime Video.
Yeah, okay, Prime.
Yeah. Hey,
I will say
they spent the money. Go ahead, Talib.
Yeah, I will say that I don't know if you've seen any of the press junkets for Wicked.
Yeah.
But that's got those two, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Erivo. Yeah.
Man, that is the most love fest, you know, two sisters, kindred spirit type stuff, man. They fawn over the hosts. I mean, that is like, I was like, yo, man, what is going on here for real? You know,
but you know, let me say, Talib, the Erivo story is a tough one, and black people have not forgiven Cynthia Erivo, going back to the whole Harriet Tubman text that, you know, she sent out pre the Harriet Tubman movie.
I forgot about that.
You know, and this week as we tape, someone reminded everybody of some of the texts that she had sent out about black culture, and you know, a lot of black, we don't forget shit. Black folks remember. If you said something about us, they're not going to forget. And I think, I'll say this, I think Ariana knows that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like me and you against the world. Don't worry, you know, because she's getting some. I don't think a lot of racism, but she's getting, you know, some of these racist tropes and some of, you know, there's some stuff directed at her as they go out. So I think, you know, Ariana's real about it, man. She's a theater kid. Right. She, you know, has been doing it since she was 11, 12 years old. She's always wanted to be in Wicked. So this is a dream come true for her. And, you know, so she's giddy. So I think she just kind of pulls her into that giddiness. But you're right. I mean, you know, plus, you know, it's a musical, man.
Right.
It's an emotional musical. So, you know, I think doing that. Plus, it's going to be 2 damn parts. This is only like this year is part 1. And then part 2 comes out the same time next year. So this is only the first half. Yes. For those of you who didn't know, there's going to be more Wicked in 2025. So get ready for Wicked 2. They're not calling it Wicked 1. So they know it's going to be a 2-part movie. They filmed it all at the same time. All right. Well, that's it for the tea. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all. You know, Tanya B's going to be back soon. So be happy. Be good. Enjoy. All right. Hey, let's go ahead and do this.
The Political Roundtable.
Yes, fellas. I don't want to go too deep into this because it's the holidays, but one of the things, man, I do want to talk about is watching these trials fall apart. You got Fulton County, New York, Jack Smith, and one name for me comes to mind, Merrick Garland. And there's an article, and if you're watching the video, hopefully you saw the thumb go down for my buddy Talib. U.S. News has a great article titled, "Forget Matt Gaetz, Merrick Garland is America's worst attorney general." Talib, do you agree?
Yes. 150%.
Yeah. You agree? Yeah. Vi, you agree?
200%.
And the reason, you know, he failed to move, man, with Trump with any kind of timeliness. You know, we waited almost a year and a half after Biden taking office in 2020 before he even assigned Jack Smith as special counsel, as we look back on this. You know, and which actually, like, this month, it's 2 years. He didn't act until November 2022. So, you know, I tend to agree with this article, and it's probably one of the most frustrating points that I have in all of this, the Attorney General. I don't think it was weaponizing the AG's office to do this. I mean, I really think that it was appropriate based on the fact that we were coming off January 6th for him to make a timely move. I mean, you had the video, you had all the evidence that the American people in the world saw. I just never understood why he waited so late to make the move. So
I agree with you on that.
So I'll make sure the article is posted. Again, the name of the article, and it's from U.S. News. Forget Matt Gaetz. Merrick Garland is America's worst attorney general. So I'll make sure that's on our podcast notes. So Gaetz is done. Any final thoughts on that?
Yeah, I called that shit. And, I really thought he would just be the throwaway for Trump.
Yeah.
But, here he goes, here he goes taking himself out of the race. So, I'm just trying to see what scandal is going to follow him next. You know what I mean? Because, there was a report that CNN had he dropped out after CNN had come with some new story with more details about the sex with the 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. And Matt Gaetz, for as much as I respect him for doing, for not taking any PAC money and, really wanting to
as we know. Go ahead.
That we know of. And, his stance on, just money in politics. He's a shitty dude.
He's a Pied Piper.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, okay, well, does this mean that, because the thing is, too, is that with Marco Rubio getting tapped, that means that there's going to be a Senate seat that becomes available. Yeah. So, don't be surprised.
He's not going back. I mean, well, you look at
he's not going back to Congress.
Yeah, he's not going back to Congress. Right.
Right. Yeah. So don't be surprised if you see Matt Gaetz popping up as a DeSantis appointee for a Senate seat.
Well, he is, it's really rock bottom. What's the thing where you go on and you do birthday readings for people online? He's doing that. He's doing that. Hey, happy birthday, Vi. See this from Matt Gaetz. He's doing that right now to make money. Yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. So day by day, finally, as the results are still coming in, from the election, because a lot of the reporting is still coming in, Trump's popular vote's kind of dropping.
Who cares?
He won by 2.5 out of 150 million. His lead, 2.5 million out of 150 million. He won by that. His lead in the popular vote is actually down to 1.6%. And compared to Bush Gore in 2000, it's the smallest margin of anyone who's won the election and the popular vote.
Right.
So, pretty interesting there, because a lot of people were saying, a lot of the MAGA folks were saying that, hey, he's been given the people have spoken, and quite frankly, the people are, as the votes are coming in, it looks like it's a whole lot closer than they expected in terms of how the people spoke on the popular side. So you're shaking your head, Talib.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like we've got to do better. Why does it take California this long to count votes?
Oh my God, dude, it is. I hate to say it. I agree. I have to leave it at we have to do better. The system. I mean, it's just like there's no reason for the delay. If you can't trust. I mean, we're in an electronic age right now. And we're talking about AI. We're talking about all these things that could actually double and triple check.
Exactly.
We got to trust science, man, and just move on. Now, he also won Trump won the popular vote by less than Hillary Clinton won the popular vote.
But why is that so important?
Well, it's important because a lot of folks were saying initially, because all the votes hadn't come in, looking at the popular vote and him winning the popular and the electoral, you had a lot of people saying it was a huge mandate, which meant he can do whatever he wants to do. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's as the popular vote closes in, is basically saying to the world, look, it's tighter than we think. And instead of this massive mandate, we need to pay attention to everything this guy does and not forget the people who did not vote for him.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly. So there you go. All right, y'all. All right. Any other thing in politics before we wrap it?
We're going to hell.
Says the country commentator. Well, I ain't going with y'all.
I'm still looking for folks.
I forgot. Vi has not been on the podcast since the loss. so
I have not got
something to talk about.
I have not got to vent my frustration.
I'm sorry, you missed that show, brother.
I sure hated it. That's the law. I got a lot to say.
You missed the postmortem.
I know. Hey,
you just gonna have to put your head in a pillow and scream.
I'm sorry. Hey, since I'm gonna let it slip here now, I might tell y'all it's gonna come out.
That's okay. You can look. Hey, you can do your Tourette's. You can. We're gonna help.
Hey.
We love your thoughts, y'all. Go to castropolis.net. Now, by the way, hey. Just for the record, just for some housekeeping, Castropolis is under construction, so it's on right now. It's on hold, but you can get the QR code on everything in our social. All the information's there. You can support us there, social media. We should have Castropolis. We're doing some redesign on it. Should be up in a few weeks, but you can still choose the people poll at that logo at the QR code. Leave us a voicemail there, and we'll play back the best. Don't forget, support the podcast. We're still doing 25 for 2025. It's happening until the end of the year. And again, you can do that at the QR code. We are at Blue Sky, y'all. Yeah, we are on Blue Sky. Love it there. Having fun there, man. No crazy MAGA trolls coming after me. Well, I know they're coming. So.
Bring it on, man. I'm bringing it on. I'm waiting for you. Bring it on.
I'm just going to enjoy it while I can. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, y'all, and let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's go ahead.
Time to wrap it up. This is the G Podcast.
Yes, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. I gotta say, and I'll start. If y'all have any shout out, I'll go ahead and start with the shout outs. 3 good friends, man, classmates of Vi and I, Matt Brock, brothers Chico, Brad Dubose, man. They lost their moms as of this taping, man. Got to extend our prayers to those brothers and their families. Known them for years. And I got to say to folks, man, I know we're going to have a great holiday, but a lot of folks are going through it. And a lot of folks go through it during the holidays. So keep that in mind when you go up flaunting your Christmas and your Thanksgiving. Some people, be how you say, be mindful of everybody's, current situation as you flaunt your Louis Vuitton and so on and so forth, and your big ass turkeys. Just keep in mind, some folks are going through it. Be supportive. All right. What you got, Vi? You got any shout outs?
I'm gonna shout out. I got 2 shout outs. Great friend of all, Eureka. Her older sister passed away last week. Also, she's a friend of mine. Of me and Banco went to Troy University. And my main shout out, the class of '82, married person. We 60, y'all. We 60.
Yes, married person. 82.
God damn 82.
You crazy. And you know what? I'll be glad when you call me Tommy B on the show for one. But that's
I didn't say Tommy B.
No, you didn't.
I'm sorry. I did.
Talib. See, Talib, let me say this. Talib gets a kick out of this. He just sits back.
Because y'all are like brothers. This is a real brotherhood here. You know what I mean? So it's, Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we could do this in person, man.
I'm just living up to the name of the country commentator, okay? I'm sorry.
Anybody go to sleep, y'all. Yeah. Talib, you got any shout outs, man? You got any shout outs?
Yes. I want to shout out to the oldest hip hopper in the house, my mom, Aisha Shabazz, turned 81 last weekend.
Wow.
So, I'm very grateful for that. And, to all the folks that are tuning in on a regular basis, we definitely appreciate the support.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. And you know what? I am. The goal for me, man, is to let you guys know when we tape on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, so you can jump on and interact with us a little bit. You can, live chat and shoot us questions. And,
bring it on, people.
Talk about Vi. And by the way, Vi, I do have to say this. You need to leave Siri alone on the text messages.
You got that right. I saw that, man. I went back around and said, Batman and Disco.
Hey, let me tell you, I don't know if you guys have anybody, friends, family, who should not be using Siri to send text messages, but some of the stuff we get from Vi, what do you say, Talib? How would you describe it?
I didn't even realize I read the tape later. I said, what in the world is Siri? What?
I'm like, oh my God.
She don't like me, man. That's all this. Siri don't like me.
Oh, dude, Siri hates you. That's all I got to say. Siri hates you. Hey, y'all, I appreciate you again. Country commentator, man, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Talib Shabazz, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for doing your thing, man. I appreciate it. And with that, y'all, have a great holiday, man. And do it in moderation. Understand what it's all about. Definitely help others who are unfortunate. And just remember those who might be going through it and lift them up. Go ahead, Talib. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to give my man Tommy B a shout. Also, we got some new drops on the This Is the G podcast, and yes, I'm loving it. So yes, shout out to you, Tommy B.
We try to shine a little bit, try to tweak it a little bit. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. With that, y'all, episode 247 is in the can. Peace. Power to the people, and enjoy your holiday break. Have a good one, y'all.
Peace out.
You've been listening to This Is the G Podcast. And This Is the G Podcast is a production of the Castropolis Podcast Network. Thanks for listening.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Tommy B here from This Is the G Podcast. Castropolis.net needs your help to reach 2025. Donate $25. That's $25 for 2025. Get it? Every penny counts. Head over to Castropolis.net to donate. Thanks for listening, and thanks for your support.